Good morning.
Good
Hi,
morning.
Dory, Charlie, vegan realist, well, aka Jamie.
Hi, Tori, Charlie, and vegan.
Nice to see you all this morning.
What's today? Thursday?
It's Thursday. It's garbage day for me.
Oh my goodness, the week's up already. I can't believe
I
it.
know it's gonna be Friday tomorrow. My husband's gone all weekend. Hello, Amanda Ray.
Hi,
How are
Nanaye.
you, darling?
Hey, tacos.
How
Choo
are
choo.
you, darling? I
Hi,
hope you're doing well.
hi, Life with Jen. And yes, it's going to
Hey,
be a beautiful day.
I hate tacos, tacos, tacos. Jen.
Charlie. I remember that cologne. Do you remember that cologne? Was it
Yes, yes,
Charlie?
yes,
Charlie
yes.
or Charlie Girl?
We're aging ourselves now.
It's okay. I don't care.
We're aged,
That was one of my favorite colognes back in the day.
right?
Dad, remember Jovan Musk?
Oh yeah,
Charlie Girl.
definitely.
Thank you, Life with John. Charlie Girl. They even had that little song as the girl walked by. Charlie Girl. And the wind would go blow in her hair. And
Do you see my background?
no, wait, let me get off comments.
Americans. Oh,
Oh, I love it.
look up in the corner.
I love it. I
Very
absolutely love it.
patriotic today.
Yes. Yes. Hi, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin. My brother's name is Kevin. We always used to call him
Really?
when he was growing up. We'd say Kevy Chevy Nova. Hey, Space Monster. Good morning. Good morning.
Aw.
Um, can you guys send up prayers for misdemeanor? She's going to the doctor this morning,
Yes.
and I'm very worried about her. She's had a headache since yesterday, so she's going to
No, it
make
seemed
sure.
like the last couple days. It
Yeah,
was,
she's had it for the last couple days, so I would really appreciate the prayers. So,
yeah.
we are thinking about you if you're listening, honey.
Yeah, Misty, we missed you. Missed
Definitely.
you already.
Yeah, I do. I really do. When I don't see her, I'm like, oh my God, where is she?
Right? Hey, Life with John, cute picture. I love it.
Yeah.
I love
So
when Kevin comes in. He always gives little nice, cute little roses. So sweet. You know.
I'm gonna wait for a minute before I'm gonna read a comment to you all that I got under live on Monday that really touched my heart and got me thinking about everything, the election, the back and forth with people, and it just touched my heart. And
All of our hearts.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna try and get through it without bawling because it really got to me and it really made me think. And sometimes you need to, sometimes you need to be woken up, see
yeah.
um, the other side of things. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Life is a gem.
Thank you, Life
I
is a
was going to
gem.
call her Life is Jen.
I love it. Life with John, and life is a gem.
Life is a gem.
Life is a gem with Life with John.
Life is a gem.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So sometimes you need a little wake up call and a little nudge to show you that we're all human. We all have different ways of thinking. And, you know, there's good and bad on both sides of the fence.
Mm.
And this just gave me a big wake up call. And it's someone that comes in here on a regular basis. And I just had no idea of how this person felt. But I'm actually going to read it now. And I'm going to try and get through it without bawling. Because when I first read it, it, it made me think. It
Yeah.
really did. It made me think about, my insensitivity sometimes.
Right.
And so here we go. I've tried very, very hard not to write this comment. After listening to this one more time, I have to say something. I guess I'll start early. Dennis and I were best friends since second grade. We played high school football together. We joined the Navy instead of being drafted. We knew how to dive, so we were put in UDT, Underwater Demolition Team. We served 2 tours in Nam and in an 11-man unit detached to Marine Recon. We went up and down the river, taking out docks, bridges, and any viable target close enough to the river. We went upriver into Cambodia, took out an ammo dump, and called for the choppers to come get us out. The explosive we set off let every NV unit know we were there under heavy fire. We received a message saying they couldn't come get us. It seems Kissinger had just told the world we had no troops in Cambodia, so they couldn't send choppers over the border to bring us back. 22 Marines and 11 divers had to walk 46 miles to the South Vietnamese border before they would pick us up. On the second day, Dennis took a shot in his back. Without a medic, he had no chance. I held his head in my lap.
Mm-hmm.
I held his head in my lap for over an hour while he bled to death. Because Henry Kissinger lied to the world and left us stranded behind enemy lines.
You got it. You got it.
After 9 days of being chased, we made it to the border. We left behind 14 Marines and 6 UDD units. When we finally got home, the plane landed at Oakland Airport. We were welcomed home by a crowd of maybe 200 to 250 people yelling horrible things to us, waving signs at us that said baby killer and murderers. Gee, welcome home, soldier. Years later, my son joined the Marines. Less than a year later, we lost him to an IED in Desert Storm. I just listened to a diatribe about almost every crackpot theory out there about how terrible the Democrats are. One side put on a completely overboard rant about the other side. The Democrats were called stupid, scumbags, bastards, pedophiles, thieves, and the worst to me, called anti-American and a traitor. Simply because they believe differently. So please go back and read the first part of this again. I was raised in a Democratic household. I voted Democrat most of my life. I've also voted Republican if I thought it was a better choice. If I vote a different way than you think is correct, that's my right. That's what I fought for.
Oh, sweet crazy.
So
I
if
love
you
you.
think that makes me un-American and worse, a traitor, I've served my time. I've buried my best friend, been greeting as a baby killer and murderer. I've given my goddamn son to this country. To insinuate I'm all the things in this chat, which is exactly what is said about anyone that doesn't support Trump. I find it a disgusting personal insult. So if it's that horrible to think and maybe vote different than you, fuck you. Just in case I stuttered, fuck you. I've been very nice to everyone on this channel. I've gotten very attached to some of you here. I love coming here in the morning. A place with intelligent, well-spoken, beautiful women is every man's dream to wake up to. That's the problem now. I don't take kindly to being demonized for having a different political point of view. If you wish me to come back, you're going to have to let me know. At the moment, I don't feel very welcome at all. Thank you for reading this. If you've come this far, I love you all, no matter what politics you support. I honestly do. Austin. So, sorry. I know I'm a big baby,
Oh,
but
I
I
too.
thought that comment
Hit
really
home.
hit home to me because whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, you know, we all have to respect each other, each other's opinion, each other's politics, no matter what. I love Austin. Austin
Me
has been a
too.
very, good part of this, um,
Community.
chat, and he would be missed if he wasn't in here every day. So Austin, thank you for that.
Yep.
It opened my eyes to a lot of things.
Mine too.
So I'm going to stop crying now because I can't get through that comment without it.
Yep. And
Yes, I
we
understand that, Kevin, and I did miss a lot, and I'm sorry for that. Um, but it kind of was a good thing for me to read that because it made me think
yep. Yep.
that we
We
have to respect
but
each other's politics, no matter what it is.
yep.
You are a Republican, you're a diehard Republican, but
Some of us aren't, and
but there are Democrats that are diehard
yes,
Democrats, and that doesn't make
exactly.
them evil. It doesn't make them, um, you
Bad.
know, horrible people. It, it just means that we have differences of opinions, and we have to respect that, and we can't attack someone for having a different
View.
opinion. So I'm glad he wrote that. Uh, it touched my heart, and for that, I'm very, very, very thankful.
We're
So
grateful. We are grateful for that because we have to. She's right. We all have to sit back and remind ourselves we're not the only ones.
hang on a second. I have to like
Go ahead.
compose myself.
Go ahead. I'll talk. That we're not the only ones. Everybody has a difference of opinion. Sometimes, if you really start to listen to the other side, there's good points that they're making, and I think a lot. Speaking for myself and things that I've seen, I think that we all miss that. People do have some good points, and if I've been in chats, I've been in groups where the opposing side, and I was like, that's a good point. He's right, and made me see something else too. So I'm the first one that won't sit there and call names or say, oh, like people have done with Trump's. You guys are racist. You're this. It does hurt or not, and I respect that. That you guys have difference of opinions and want to get your point across, and go ahead. I just wish, and I might be wishing for too much, but I just wish that people would just start to have opinions without badgering each other and calling each other names. And there's no need for it. There really isn't. We can have adult conversations without doing all that to each other. There's too much hate going on in this world right now. I can't stand it anymore. I really can't. God
I
knows.
just want everybody to remember we have to respect each other, and
Yeah.
especially someone that fought hard for this country.
Right.
Um, and Austin, if you are listening to this, I
We
thank
love
you
you.
from the
It,
bottom of my heart for your
yep.
service, for your tremendous loss to this country.
And
And yeah,
breaks
you
like
know
I
what? And I might have been insensitive, and I might have been biased, and for that, I'm sorry. And
right. We
you
need to
know,
start coming
and
together,
there's
sweet
good
crazy. You're
points
right.
on either side. So if I hurt you in any way, I am deeply, deeply sorry. Um, so there's that. Thank
Anytime.
you, Richard.
Yes.
Sorry if I missed anyone coming in, but I was trying to read that without crying, and I failed miserably. I knew I was going to cry.
Um, Tacos made a good point too. Yes, some people do make good points, while others should be euthanized. I mean, it's terrible how people disrespect people just for saying this, or just you watch TV and this boy
Hello, Lori.
a, had a Trump hat on, and this guy, a man, he was in a restaurant, came by and took that Trump hat off of him and threw it, and was just so incredibly
Okay, but
mean to
that's on
him.
both sides.
And it is, and
My
that's what I was going to say. That
Austin, my son is a Marine. Thank you for your service, and thank your son for his service too, Lori. Yeah,
yeah,
that was really
Lori.
hard for me to get through because Ask Nunya yesterday when I read it, I was like,
Oh
I
yeah,
broke
we
up.
both were. I was crying, and I'm trying to write him back, and my tears are just overflowing, and I'm like, did I spell that right? Because It's hard. That was hard.
No, tacos, nothing surprises me with you.
Which
He says, you think I'm joking.
no, we
Well,
don't.
some people should be
I
euthanized.
know. I know. I know. And
But it's true. We need to. What an amazing letter, Carla. Austin
is a brave,
is a
honest man.
brave, honest man. I totally understand how he feels. You are all humans first, Americans next, and then comes your values, political and religious preference. I just thought, you know, it was such a powerful letter, and it was such an eye opener for me.
Yeah.
Um, you know, she's joking, angry, backstabbing bee, whatever, whoever you are.
Yeah.
Um,
Why do we have to hear that? Life with Life with Jam
life
said,
is a gem.
is a gem. I served in the army many moons ago, and we had good times and bad times. There you go.
Exactly.
Hi,
But
living dead bell.
good morning, Living Dead Bell. It was, to me, it was just a reminder that both sides can,
Amen, Evelyn.
yeah, both sides, there's good points on both sides.
Mhm.
And, we just have to, respect each other. And that's all. And it was very powerful to read that. I mean, anybody that's had someone in their family that has served for this country, um, just take a moment. I mean, if you know someone that's serving or someone that has, you know,
These guys
like
need a lot more respect than they're getting.
yeah, right. I have a Trump mask and I'm terrified to wear it. It shouldn't be like that. We are all humans. Whatever happened to the golden rule?
I know.
I don't know. It's just gotten, I don't remember it ever being like this.
No,
Like
it
this bad.
wasn't. It really wasn't.
And
I
I'm
don't.
talking both sides. I'm not just
Right.
talking Republicans or Democrats, and I'm talking both sides. It's just been, and we saw it in my chat the other day. There's just a lot of anger, Democrat to the bone, and have never done anything hateful to someone who doesn't agree with my beliefs. We have to have an open mind and find com-
Commonalities.
commonalities.
That's true.
Because here's the thing, and Misdemeanor said it so well. If you have everybody that agrees with every single thing you say, all you have is your opinion bouncing back off someone and coming back on you. And we can't have that. We
Right.
need to have differences of opinion. It's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
It's how you learn. It's how I was learned. I was muted for the most time the other day during that debate. And to be honest with me, I learned things from both sides
Yeah.
that I didn't know. So, you can learn by listening to the opposition. And that's what we need to do more of in here. So
And
I don't care who you voted for, if I like or love you. I do because of your heart, not your beliefs.
thank
Exactly.
you.
It just was a big, reading that comment from Austin
It
was
was
a
a big
very
wake up.
big wake up call, and
Yeah.
how insensitive we can sometimes be when we have, you know, when we believe so strongly in something and
Yeah.
someone believes so strongly in something else, and it doesn't make you a bad person, doesn't make them a bad person. It just means you have an off different way of looking at things. So I'm going to try and be more mindful of that and be more.
And thank you, Austin, very much for answering me and saying the sweetest
We're
words.
like a bunch of crybabies this morning.
Because he did. He's so sweet and he's so kind. And my heart, I mean, I told him I found a new crush. I fell in love with this man. He's just adorable.
Evelyn says, but there are many, many times that I don't feel welcome for that. There is tolerance for or that there is tolerance for my beliefs in many of these chats. Well, I hope you don't feel that way here.
Yeah.
There is always room for an opposite opinion. I'm hoping you believe that. And I'm trying to be more mindful. I know a lot of people in here have been have showed that there are Republicans. But I welcome Democrats too. I welcome opposing opinions. I really do.
Me too. As long as, like, they had a great debate. They both, when they were on each other's panel, I thought it was very nice. I mean, yeah, there's certain things that you feel more strongly about than the other, but it's okay. It's okay. It should just make your point and say, okay,
Jim
we could
says,
agree to disagree or
I
whatever.
chose I choose to evolve as a person, have an open mind and heart. Hopefully I will learn something along the way. I learned I just by reading that one comment, I learned, yeah, I can be judgmental. I can be, I can go along with things, and sometimes I look at things with blinders on, and that's not a good thing. It isn't.
Good morning,
You need
Narnie.
to also welcome other people's opinions. Yeah. Good morning, Nornie. You just
And
missed me
Kevin, you're another
crying
one.
like a
You're
big
another
baby.
Lost Gem too. You are a sweet man too. I'm going to give you some credit because he's been coming in here for a long time, and he always, when he says hello, he always puts those beautiful little roses. And I
Yeah,
know,
he does.
you know, he's a sweet man, and
Okay,
he
so here's a question. When you meet someone on the street, and put this election in the background, in the way in the background, is the first question you ask someone, are you a Republican or a Democrat?
no,
No, of
heck
course
no.
not. So, you know, we have to remember the first thing you do is you say hello, how are you? You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
you don't ask what their politics is.
Right.
So yeah, I just want everybody to just think and be mindful that others have an opinion, and I am going to be myself. I don't know about anybody else. I can only speak for myself, but I am going to be more mindful of. I have my beliefs. I have what I believe in, but I also respect other opposite opinions. Actually, I welcome opposite opinions.
Of
There's
course.
not.
Okay, so that's that.
Don't feel bad, Evelyn. I get the same, but I just laughed. I won't engage too much in political debate because you can't change the person's mind. Yeah, I'm pretty much. I kind of try to stay as far as talking about politics. I try to stay not. I have my beliefs, but I try to stay neutral as far as like a debate goes. That's why I was when we had that great, which was great, by the way. Thank you, Mandy Bell, for coming up, and True Helper, and Mr.
Mhm.
Jackson, because you all contributed very much to that debate. Um, I can't remember where I was going with this. I can't remember. See, I lost my train of thought. But thank you all for coming up because it was a great debate.
I can
It
give the
was,
results.
but yeah. But I don't want anybody to ever feel bullied or less than because of their beliefs. And like I said, when you meet a person for the first time, the first question you don't ask is, "Are you a Republican or a Democrat?" I don't
It
anyway.
seems like that it's gotten that way lately. Like
Yeah.
like
Well, since yeah,
Pittsburgh girl said, she's afraid to wear a mask. I mean, that should not
right,
have to be. That's
right,
terrible.
yeah, right.
And vice versa. The other side shouldn't be afraid to point their views out, and they're proud of what they believe in. So wear your shirt, wear your mask. That's what you're proud of. Do it. I just
Well, in Pittsburgh, you could be like here, anyways. I'm talking about this corner of the world is, yeah, you are mindful where you wear that. So there's that. But some
exactly
on this platform, speak on their political ideology
ideology.
freely and speak on them as though there is fact. There is no typically openness or curiosity for the other opinion. It's often a closed
Discussion.
discussion. Exactly. And I think that was Austin's problem the other day.
Yeah.
It was like he felt like um I think he felt kind of bullied in the chat. And for that, I'm honestly, seriously, I missed a lot of the comments. I'm bad for that when things are going up on my panel and things are
She
happening. Sometimes I miss a lot of the comments. So
Evelyn means this platform equals YouTube. That's what she
I've
means
lived in
by
the
that.
US, Europe, Scandinavia, and I don't know, my country, Australia. After having all this experience, I love the social democratic approach of the Scandinavians to look after the people.
Mhm.
You don't speak up. You can speak up in here. I mean, I welcome that.
Absolutely. This is a safe space for
Because it doesn't
everybody.
matter. I mean, to me, you're Evelyn.
You're not
That's
Evelyn the
what I want
Democrat.
people to take from this. Like why I read this comment, and which was really hard for me to read because I didn't want to break down. I wanted to read it. I wanted to give him the mad respect I think he deserves.
Yep.
But we're basically, bottom line is, we're all human beings.
Yep.
And we have a right to believe what we want to believe.
Yep.
So that's all that's all I wanted to say. But
And whatever
sorry, I
happens,
broke down. I'm like a big baby. I'm a big sucky
you're
baby.
not. Whatever happens with this
Throw up the baby
election,
bottles in the chat.
it's going to happen, and everybody has to deal with it. That's how I feel.
But and anyone that wants to leave a comment under his post, it's
Please do.
from the live after the debate on Monday.
I know.
And if you want to go back and watch it, it was very, very informative. It was very good. Maybe it got a little carried away in the chat, but
Right.
sorry, but I noticed only Trump supporters seem to be able to talk just about everywhere I go, except for Ninny C.
I don't know. And here it wasn't like that. She made it balanced, fair and balanced. I don't mean to sound like Fox News. Oh my God.
People need to understand why people believe what they believe. Exactly, Kevin.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Good point.
yeah, and we have to respect whatever the outcome is of this election. We have to respect it. At least I mean, I'm speaking for myself. You're right, Dory. It feels that way. Well, I hope you don't feel like that in here, Tacos, because I tried really hard not to censor people.
Yeah.
No matter, like, I really tried to stay neutral, to stay unbiased. It's just hard sometimes when you have a core belief in something. It's hard. And I understand, like, I know some people are very, very opinionated, and I am too, but I try to keep it low key. And, but it was an eye opener to read that comment.
Right.
I know it's
Right.
all basic to the core. We're all human beings. So, yes, it seems that YouTube has become a sounding board for Republicans. Well, I don't go on like a lot of channels, Evelyn. So I guess I haven't seen that a lot. I'm not going in a lot of chats lately. So politics are always
Always a hot button. That
yeah.
and religion,
Politics,
Kevin.
religion,
Yep.
taxes. That's
Yeah.
all. Yeah.
It's always been that
Minnie
way.
isn't a Trump supporter. She and I are friends and have completely different political views. We just tease each other.
She said, except for Nanny Hun.
Who said except for Minnie?
No, that's what Dory is saying to Remy. She said, except
Oh.
for Nanny.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
she must
I'm not
understood.
paying attention again.
It's okay. I gotcha.
So, what do you guys think? I mean, here's an honest. I'm not trying to like drum up any drama or anything, but
Richard.
one, if you think Trump will win, and two, if you think Biden will win, and that's it. That's just my unofficial poll.
At this point, I don't know. I
Hi,
don't care
Kimberly,
anymore.
Kelsey.
I know what I want, but whatever happens, happens. you know.
Yeah.
I
We just have to sit back and wait. But
right,
that's the
exactly.
hardest part of this whole process is
God,
waiting.
it's just going crazy now. It's
It
like,
just
well,
seems like it's going so slow.
yeah.
She's the only Democrat that is allowed to speak.
I love Nettie.
Oh,
You know what? I've seen
she's
her
funny as
in
hell.
comments before. Yeah. And when I was in Molly's and we were listening to the debate live, and her comments were cracking me up. And I had to come and tell her, I says, you know, Nettie, even though we're on the opposing sides, I love your comments. And I think you're funny as hell. And she was. That helps a lot too. You know, that somebody can to do that and have a sense of humor with that. Um, I've teased, yeah,
Space Monster says, Carla, you are doing well. You are brave to address this. Keep evolving and growing. It's about the journey.
it
So
is.
Space
And
Monster
Space
says
Monster.
1. Kimberly says 1.
All I'll say is watch Amelia Earhart's vid with Nenny and the Truth. She's hysterical.
Oh, it is. I think they did a Cheech and Chong one. It was
Space
funny
Monster
as
said
hell.
Biden. I do too, even though I'm not, you know, a Biden thing, but I think so too. It is what it is. That's how I'm going to look at this from now on.
Well, no matter what it ends up being, we have to accept it, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
We can't. What else can we do? Move,
Nothing.
leave the country? Like a lot of you know, Trump is winning Michigan per the Secretary of State website.
Right.
Thank you,
With or
Andy.
without our hot sauce. Sweet crazy. I like the hot sauce with that.
Crazy cracks me up.
Yeah, I'm with you, sweet crazy. I'll have one of those too. 2020 has been a year. Yeah,
Oh
isn't it
my
weird,
God, I'm
Kevin?
so gonna be so happy when this year is
Oh, me
over.
too. This has been the worst year ever.
I
It,
mean, this COVID thing is driving me up a freaking wall. If
yeah,
I hear that word one more time, I'm gonna scream.
right, right.
There's this one jackass riding my tail. Should I hit the brakes? Tacos.
do
Tacos cracks me up. Seriously.
it, do it, do it. I love her.
Seriously,
I love sweet
she's that
tacos.
she's that driver you don't want to get into a road rage incident with.
Oh, I don't think anything of an incident.
I could see her getting out of her car with a baseball bat.
Yeah, yeah. Either way,
Either way, it's older white men making decisions for people that, for the most part, aren't older white men.
yeah, exactly.
I'm ready for 2020 to go away. Yeah, I think we all are, Remy, honestly. Hopefully, we come together for the holidays. I hope so too, Jen. I really do.
Yeah, but a lot of
I'm so
people like us
tired
are
of
not going
the
to do holidays regular this
anger
year.
and hate, um, not
They,
only in politics, but on YouTube. And, I'm just so tired of it. I'm tired. That's why you don't
I'm
see me
tired of being
in a
tired.
lot of chats. I go in very few chats when I'm off my live anymore because,
I wouldn't have time.
I just don't have time for it. And, I was driving the other night, jackass slammed on their brakes for no reason at 40 miles an hour. I almost rear-ended them, had to do the pullover, have an
Heavy.
anxiety attack, and flip them the bird. I have a nail bat.
That's a good one.
I believe she does. Oh my
I
God.
used to wear the pink tacos. I used to wear these pumps that had, I'm not kidding you guys when I'm telling you this. Not only were it's like the studded pumps, it had the points
Thank you,
at
Evelyn.
the end of them. And everybody would see those shoes go, boy, I hate to be the person if you had to kick somebody. I was like,
Evelyn,
yeah,
I've been trying to go into chats that there's little or no drama in, to be honest with you. Where I'm not, where I know I'm not going to be attacked for saying hello to somebody or sending a heart to somebody. So there's that. Hello, Pop Trauma.
hi, Pop Trauma.
And
I
you know
love
what?
that
Pop
name. It's
Trauma has
cute.
a special place in my heart. And I'll tell you why.
Cute name.
She and I joined a Discord at the same time, and both of us were so dumb we didn't know how Discord worked. I still don't, it's like a year, almost a little over a year later, and I still don't know how Discord works.
That's a good question, Kevin. For the most part, yeah.
She'll always have a special place in my heart because she was in Discord and she was going,
I think,
what are we doing?
When people say I have no regrets, I don't believe them, because you do have regrets. You do. There's things in life that you wish you wouldn't have did, and that's a regret.
It was nice of you to come up. Honestly, Mandy, you saved Misdemeanor's life. She said, having you up there was a very good support for her. So it got a little heated at times.
Thanks.
If you guys want to see a great debate, you have to go there. It was a 5-hour live bet. There was absolutely no drama, but it got a little crazy at times. If today was my last day, Kevin, I would demand a refund.
That's a good one. Yeah. I think I'd want to go back in time to fix a few
I have been on also.
I would, if that was possible.
Oh, you know what? Pop trauma. A lot of people have said that. Carlos, I popped my cherry on Carlos. That used to be my thing, popping the cherry on my panel, because I really do enjoy having people on my panel. I enjoy different points of view. I enjoy different people.
And I love the subs in your room. For the most part, everybody is so sweet and so nice, and I love that. Day.
Yeah, well, I stayed muted, and then Samara was in the chat going,
Bye, Mandy.
Read the chat. And every time I read the chat, I'd say, I'm just a messenger.
I don't want to come back and repeat it, he said. Well, hey, there's some points. There's certain spots in my life.
No, and there's some comments you don't want to read, and you kind of like gloss over them so you don't have to read them. Because
that's why you have mods,
I am a person that hates conflict. I do. I will avoid conflict at all costs. It stresses me out.
What's a dash cam? He said, on a tip for y'all, get a dash cam. Oh, yeah.
You know what a dash cam is?
Yeah. Card and let it run. Yeah, that's very true. You find some interesting things on there. Some are funny. Did you see that? There was one on YouTube where the guy is driving, his wife fell asleep in the car, and there's a tow truck towing another truck, and it looks like it's coming towards you, and he starts screaming, going, oh my God, the truck's coming. And she opens up her eyes, she's like, ah, and she just starts screaming. It was the funniest thing. I
should make this into a game. How many people can I veer?
Oh, Jesus. Tacos.
Oh my God, tacos, you crack me up. Brian.
Everybody's doing that now, so I'm going to join.
I know. I never call him by his name. It's always Brian.
Good morning, Brian. How are you today?
I should make this into a game.
You should.
You should do it. Will there be prizes, though? Will there be prizes? Yeah, your prizes.
Yeah, the prize is how many people she could push into a ditch. That would be my prize, too.
The prize is a free tow.
And kind of toot your horn a little bit as you're driving by.
Right.
It's one lane, and I'm going to ruin his day. Oh, she's so funny.
Brian. What are we going to do with you, Brian?
Brian?
What are we going to do with you, Brian?
Brian, do you have time to come up and say hi?
I have something that nobody else can say on YouTube. I saw Brian's butt.
Oh, who says
on a live. On a live.
Oh, you did. Yes, you did.
He told me to kiss his butt. And
hi,
he actually
Cypress.
Hey, Cypress.
Good morning, doll. Cypress and
sweetheart.
me are practically neighbors. I mean, she lives in another town, but it's not too far from me. I'm
and you guys should meet.
I know, because I said I'm thrilled, because there's not too many people you meet in the same state as you.
Oh, I have to wear something. You guys have to see that.
Towns that are close to you. So it was pretty cool to meet somebody like that. Good morning, Shauna, beautiful lady. How are you? I haven't seen you too much, girlfriend. I remember that you were so mad at him. The hillbilly Texas town. Oh, geez, I'm not going to say that. Um, hey, Brian, why don't you come up here? We're going to sit there and talk.
Hang on, I'm going to turn my camera on for a
All
minute.
right,
I want
let's
you guys
see.
to, and don't mind me because I was just blubbering a minute ago. But can you see this?
Oh, yeah, that's her coffee collision shirt from
Right.
Eagle Girl.
Eagle made it for me. She sent it to me in the mail.
I love
And
it.
yeah. So it says the best part of waking up
Carla in your cup.
is Carla in your cup.
Isn't that cute?
I love it. It's like it's my favorite t-shirt ever.
I'm okay. I know. Okay. Well, I hope you're going to feel better. I know you were ill a little bit a while ago too. Oh, Shauna, let us know. Can't come up. You're about to clock in. Oh, okay, sweetie. No prob. No prob.
What's going on? I missed it. Sorry.
I don't know.
Did Sean what did Shauna say?
Oh, she's not
Shauna?
feeling good.
Oh,
She's
Shauna.
a little ill.
Let's send up prayers for Shauna. Please.
Yeah, because it's been a while and I don't like that.
We love her
Yeah, we do love
so
her.
much.
And Kimberly, why are you giving green mad faces?
Who?
Sweet Crazy wants to know what's wrong. Kimberly. Passing a cemetery. Just 2 weeks that goes.
Shauna, I'm thinking about you, sweetie. You and misdemeanor.
Yeah.
So
No
I'm
matter
worried
the
about her
outcome,
too.
the winner needs to acknowledge there was no landslide and it was close for good reasons. Yep.
Hi, El Clancy. Good morning, by the way.
Good morning, Al Clancy.
Okay, but I promise I'm okay. Thank you for your prayers. Okay, Shauna.
Good. Okay.
Shauna, tea and toast.
Tea and toast. Tea and toast. I know. That's what I lived. My mom used to give me all the time when I was sick. She's got a bad headache for the last like 3 days. So she's
Yeah,
going to the doctor to
she's
find out
just
why.
not feeling well.
Mhm.
It could be her blood pressure. We don't know. We're just waiting to hear. She went this morning at 7 because her doctor's office opens at 7. And to be honest with you, I'm not going to be live like long today because I I finally went to sleep. Nanya kept me up till 3 o'clock in the morning, and I
Me?
couldn't get back to sleep because we're talking on the phone, and I didn't get back to sleep till 4 o'clock, and I was up at 5:45. So today
So
is going
with
to be nap day. Seriously,
yeah.
I'm just going to be a nap day. So I really can't go live for long because I'm dragging my ass right now.
Thank you, Shauna. We will tell her. We will. I know headaches too. I hate them. I get them. I
Uh,
get migraines.
well,
I get
actually,
sinus
I
headaches.
woke
It's
up with a
terrible.
headache. I woke up with a headache this morning because um when I cry and I blubbered like you
She
wouldn't
kept
believe,
talking to me too. Was it just me? Yeah. We were
like
just
when I
talking.
cry, I get a headache. I just do.
Yeah.
So of course, on top of everything else, crying yesterday, and there was other things that went on
I,
that I'm not going to talk about. But crying yesterday, and then I wake up this morning after getting a whole 45 minutes of sleep. No, it was like an hour and a half, I think. An hour and a half of sleep. Um, yeah. So I woke up with a headache. So I took a Excedrin migraine pill, and it went away. So I'm okay. But yeah, this is going to be a short one this morning. A short one, short and sweet. But we'll be back to normal tomorrow. Oh, there she left me. Your head was pounding yesterday. Yeah. I hate having it. See, when I get a migraine, though, I feel like sick to my stomach.
no.
What the hell?
Hold on. My cam. Wait. I have my glasses on. I don't want anybody to see me with glasses. I hate it. I hate it. I have to put my contacts in today. Sometimes I just
I
give
don't
my
mind my
eyes a break.
glasses. except they hurt my ears. I can't wear them for
I
very
look
long.
like
That's
a
the same with earbuds.
librarian or something. I don't like it.
I can't wear, well, I don't like my glasses either, but I can't wear contacts.
Yeah.
I can't
I
put them
love
in my eyeball.
contacts. I do.
Not me.
And I have my green contacts
I
so
like my glasses. I have a blue pair and a gold pair, so I like them both. I used to have bifocals. I couldn't stand the bifocals. Oh my God, I
yeah,
couldn't stand them.
I have to tell you a funny story with that. So my sister, you guys, when she needed her bifocals, her glasses, she wanted me to go with her to get them. And her daughter came with. I came, and her daughter was bugging her, "How long is this going to take?" kind of thing, because she has something to do. She wants to go somewhere with her friends or whatever. And her mom's like, "As soon as I get them, you can do whatever you want." So we go into the place, and they, gave her, and she wanted to wear those bead things that hang around your neck to hold the glasses. So she was kind of rushing everybody, and the lady goes, "Hey, we need to show you how they work." And my sister's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. I'll figure it out." Worst thing to say. Come here. Come here. And so what happened was my sister walked out with the glasses on, and there was these two steps. And when she was looking down, it was her bifocals part. So of course everything seemed further away, and she's practically doing the splits, trying to find where the next stair was, and she's walking really funny. I'm cracking up. Her daughter's like, "Oh my God, I'm embarrassed. I'm going to the car." And I turned around, and all the people that were trying to tell my sister before we left the store, we got to show you how they work. We're cracking up laughing because my sister kept taking her toe and touching, and she's like, "Where's the step? I'm gonna fall." I'm like, "You're not. The step is right there." She goes, "Where?" And she's moving her head up and down. So she finally goes back to the store. She goes, "Can you show me how these work?" And the lady was dying. She's like, "Yes, honey." Uh, so that was that. I thought it was funny. I
The
guess you
end.
had to be there.
The end.
I guess you had to be there. But listen, when you got somebody trying to look through their bifocals, tapping with their foot, going, "Where am I?" It was the funniest thing
I wear
ever.
my contacts if I go somewhere, so I rarely wear them.
I wear them every day. Come
No, I've
here.
never gotten contacts because I never had to,
Come here. You're going to stay
never
here.
wanted to stick anything on my eyeball.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
You want to show everybody your baby?
Now we were going to do the debut tomorrow, weren't we?
Oh, it's up to you. You
Yeah,
can do it today and tomorrow.
I know.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll do tomorrow because I don't want it to come up on me.
Okay.
I want it to, and I don't.
Why? You didn't do your hair the day?
No,
She's
and
so
I've
vain.
been
She's
crying,
so
and my
vain.
face looks puffy from crying, and I don't
Well,
want
yeah,
to.
I just went
You
on
know,
camera right after I blubbered for like half an hour.
yeah, you look great. I have my
Oh yeah,
glasses on,
sure.
and like I said, I look like a librarian when I wear my glasses. I don't like it. It's me. It's a me
You're
thing.
just too vain.
Yeah,
Thank you,
I am.
Kimberly.
Can't
Love
help
you
it.
too.
Something my mom inbred in us. You need to look nice when you go outside. You don't want to look like crap. Yeah.
And make sure you wear clean underwear
Exactly. Yes,
in
that
case
was
you
the
get
big
into an
thing too.
accident.
In case you get into ISIS,
That's
why
the
they're going to
most
look at my
important thing
underwear,
when you leave the house is to wear clean underwear.
right? Oh, Shauna, because you have to
We
go
read
on
a comment. We read the Austin's
Austin
comment.
comment. Yeah, yeah. Ow.
She knows that she commented on it.
Yeah,
So
you
yeah,
did.
I just
You
read
had
his
such a
comment
beautiful comment back to him, Shauna.
and I just read it out loud and
It just
it
made us
just
all
yeah
emotional again.
made
And
me
then
start crying again.
you got to read the comments after. Like Shauna had a beautiful comment, Miss D, Carla, everybody had such sweet things,
Yeah, I
and that was like even worse because after you read his
oh
comment,
my God, yeah. And we were reading it. We were on a
oh,
phone
it was
call, me,
terrible.
Nanya, and Miss D. And I was reading the responses and I was bawling because he's
Yep,
so sweet. He's such a sweet man.
he
So,
is. So
yeah.
we were all just
So
crying over
I was
that.
trying to keep it together this morning. And I said, I'm going to keep it together.
And
I'm going
even
to keep it
after
together.
his comments back
Crying.
to us were, I mean, I started crying all over again.
I'm crying because I'm
I,
almost at work.
yeah, I'm so sorry. I know our school hasn't been open yet. Now get this. We were supposed to come back after the 4th, which would have been today.
Right.
Now they're saying they're having talks. The kids are going to do remote learning until the 11th of November, and then they're
Right.
going to have talks about future. And I go, okay, one more week is Thanksgiving, so just call off
Oh my God.
November. Everybody thinks that because other schools around us, especially in Chicago, because they dictate to us, everyone thinks that no one's going to go back till the first of the year.
Right.
So that's kind of hard. And I'm trying to, you know, some of my guards, I'm hoping that they'll be okay because when it's too long, I don't want to start losing guards because I'll go crazy. But that's happening in the schools. I was to invite him to panel. Yeah, he said he wished he could go to the panel. He doesn't have a mic and, wouldn't know how that stuff would work. But I would love him to come on panel too, Shauna.
Yeah, me too. He
He's
said he
so
doesn't have a
God.
camera or a microphone. So, um,
Yeah.
yeah, I have invited, got an open invitation. So
Right?
if he ever does want to come up and he ever gets a microphone or whatever, he's more than welcome to come.
Oh my goodness, what did you just? I have to take this puppy outside because she's getting squirmy.
Okay, go.
So I'll be back.
Okay. Um, no, well, actually, I did too because I asked him to if he wanted to talk one on one because sometimes it's hard to get. I'm really, I'm really not good at expressing myself in words, but I'm better at expressing myself, vocally than on paper. I'm really bad. Misdemeanor is awesome at expressing herself, but me not so much. How far are you from hell, tacos? I know you wouldn't mind, Carla. Normally, I would never do that. Oh, Shauna, please do not ever feel that way. You know how I feel about you. I knew you. Yeah. No, I would never. No. Honestly, that I thought it was important to read that comment this morning because it really got me thinking. And I just want everybody, here's my thing. I just want everybody to respect each other, no matter what your politics are, no matter who you support or don't support. I just want everybody, and especially in this chat, and whether it's about politics or anything else, we all have different opinions about different subjects. And I want you all to feel welcome here. I want you all to know that you matter. Um, and, you know, we're not always going to agree. Oh, God, you should hear me in misdemeanor. A lot of times we don't agree on things, but I don't love her any less. You know, I love that she is opinionated and wrong sometimes. Oh, do I love it when she's wrong sometimes, which is not very often. But yeah, but we can all have differences of opinion. And I'm not just talking politics, I'm talking on any subject. I want you all to know that, you are welcome um, to voice your opinions, whether you agree with us or not, because like she says, and she put it so eloquently, was if you all, had the same opinion, it would be just a sounding board. And that's not what you want. That's how I've learned. A lot of what I've learned has been because I've listened to opposing opinions about different subjects. We need to be the United States of America, not divided. I need us to be united. Yes, exactly. I agree with you, Shauna. I do. United we stand, divided we fall. Isn't that the saying? Hi, this is Luca's Life. Welcome. Good morning. Like I said, guys, I'm probably not going to be on very long today because I didn't get hardly any sleep. Thanks to Nanya, Nanya Biz. No, I was like kind of like wide awake last night. So, and I appreciate my friends for like talking to me when I'm feeling like that. And it's really nice to have friends that you can call at all hours of the day and night. It's still there, tacos. Oh no, poor tacos. Building still stands. She always hopes that it's burnt down by the time she gets there. We'll have to, like, do some kind of a ritual. Am I allowed to say that? Some kind of a ritual. We'll just say, this time, this way, there's going to be like a fire drill and you'll all get to go home one of these days. So she has to be really like when you get a puppy and her puppy's only 4 months old, you have to be trained before they're trained. So when the puppy is ready to go out, she's the one that has to take her out. So, and she's just so stinking cute, guys. Wait till you see her tomorrow. You are not going to believe how stinking cute she is. I wish it were. Then I could work from home. Yeah, it's kind of hard in your line of work. It's kind of hard to work from home when you have clients. Yeah, I understand. And you can't really do that type of work from home. You have to be hands on. Oh, this coffee is so good this morning. Let me tell you, it's keeping me awake, guys. Seriously, I don't know what I'd do without this coffee. I would be falling asleep on my keyboard. I guess who I got into trouble and who has to remove their pit from the unit. Um, Let me guess. I don't know. I'm not going to guess. I get in trouble when I do that. I'm gonna I'm gonna keep my big mouth, my big spaghetti sucker shut. You can tell me though. You can tell me. That's half my problem is I don't keep my spaghetti sucker shut. And I was being kind. Remember those assholes? Oh yes. The ones that threw sticks and stuff at their chairs and stuff at their dog. Yes. Oh, them? Hope they don't put them down though. A pit bull, I mean. That's the thing is these animals that, yeah, I remember that tacos. That's the thing is, with these pit bulls that end up, the ones that are mean that bite people and stuff, it's usually the owner's fault because they're freaking assholes. They make their pets mean. They make their pets dangerous. There was a case here in Pittsburgh where a little girl was killed by their pet. And Jen's two tires mysteriously busted last week. Oh, isn't that surprising? Surprise, surprise. That sounds a little convenient. Goodness gracious. Yeah. You think they know that you guys called on them? They probably do. I can't see you holding your temper. I can see you going out there. You fucking assholes. What do you think you're doing? I feel sorry for the dog, but he's better off. They're bad people and abusive. Yeah. I think you should have to get a license to own an animal. There's so many people that abuse their animals. Like our Katie, when we got her, I swear to God, that dog was beaten because it was I swear on my mom that it was 2 months before that dog would even bark. It was like she was petrified to bark. I think she was beaten. This is my opinion. I don't have any proof, but I think she was beaten every time she barked. And I think it was by a man because when my husband would make a sudden move, she would cower. I mean, literally, she would cower. I firmly believe there are no bad dogs, just bad owners. Exactly. But she would cower. And, the whole time we had her for 10 years, because we got her when she was older. The whole time if that we had her, if he would get up suddenly or make a sudden move or like, talk loudly, she would just slink. Like it was like she was afraid she was gonna that. So don't tell me dogs don't have memories of being abused. We never abused her, but I believe that she had memories of being abused. Um, oh, they know because I told them. Good. Yeah, I can see you going out there. I called them. What are you going to do about it? And, and I can see you, tacos. You crack me up. It took a year to get my pit rescue from jumping when you touched her. Was she abused too, Kevin? Because to me, that's the most saddest thing in the world is someone that abuses their pets because they don't have a voice. They don't have a way of telling people, look, I'm being abused. That's exactly how it went down. I, I bet you that it went down something like, are you? Yeah, I called them, you fucking asshole. What are you going to do about it, you fucking asshole? That's how it went down. I dare you to come over here, you fucking asshole. I'm going to be demonetized for this one, but that's okay. I do not mind. I'm bad. I swore I said a bad word. I need my mouth washed out with soap. I do. I do. Oh, Lordy, Lordy. Oh my God, verbatim. uh, because tacos. I've seen you on panels and stuff. I know you, lady. That's why I love you. You should hear me when I'm not on a live. You think I can swear on here? Oh, I've said some pretty nasty, nasty. Only a coward would abuse a defenseless animal. Well, you see, I don't have any proof because my Katie was a rescue, and they figured she had what they think happened with her was that she had a litter of pups. They kept the pups and just discarded her like she was trash. Because, everybody wants a puppy. Nobody wants a mother. But we took her and she had a good, she had the last 10 years of her life were good. I remember though, when we would leave the house, like to go shopping or something, she would have such separation anxiety. And I read up on it about why dogs do that. Hey, Gingerlocks, good morning, honey. Um, I read up about why some dogs are like so freaked out when you leave the house. And it was on a vet site or something. And their thing was when you leave the house, in their mind, in a dog's mind, you're never coming back. You're gone, you're never coming back. So that's why some dogs get very very anxious. And she was very anxious when we'd leave. And she was so good in the car, like she basically all she did was sleep in the car. If they fuck with Paco, I'm going to need I'll have a GoFund you for or GoFundMe for just for you, Tacos, for bail money. Um I can't remember what I was saying now. God, my mind is like, my headache's coming back. I can't remember. What was I saying? Can someone remind me? I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying? See, that's old age, people. That's old age. You lose your train of thought, and that's it. My mind goes in 14 different directions. So, oh, separation anxiety. Yeah. And yet, when she was in the car, the only thing she would do is sleep. Like she just would sleep. She wouldn't, like, it wasn't no big deal, but she just wanted to be with us at all times. Well, there were some times, especially in the summertime, you can't take your dog with you because you can't leave them in the car because it's too hot. I would never do that to my dog. Um, so we would have to leave her at home when we would go grocery shopping or whatever. And she would just be, my neighbors would say, we could hear her howling. Like I was just like heartbreaking. I was heartbreaking to me to know that she felt so abandoned by us. But yeah, I miss her so much. She was like, honestly, guys, she was the best dog ever, ever. Honestly, I mean, I don't know what it was about her because I've had dogs all my life, but just every time I leave, I tell my German Shepherd, I'll be right back. He always looks so sad. I know some of them, and that's what they said on that site is like, when you leave the house, it's like you're never coming back, and that in their minds, you're never coming back. And it's sad. To me, it's sad. But, you have to sometimes, like, especially in the summertime, you can't take them with you unless you're just going for a car ride or whatever. But she would love it. She would love it so, so much when we would take her with us. She, and not that she would love it. She was just happy to be with us. That's the thing about animals when you treat them right. They show you unconditional love. Thank you, Sis Wang. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. But our dog, it's not even like our dogs are just pets. They're part of our families. And I'm still going through a mourning process, and it's been almost 5 years. It's going on 5 years. If I'm in a rush and forget, I go back in to tell him I'll be back. I know I sound crazy. He's my baby. No, Lori, you don't actually, because honestly, I would be home alone with Katie all day, and I was talking to her all day long. I'd be sitting there crocheting and talking, having a conversation with my dog. And then and whenever I ate something, well, I made her kind of fat because whenever I would eat something and she would look at me with those puppy dog eyes, I always had to give her something. It was just, I could not look at her. I would look away. I would try to look away and not give her and what I was eating. Like if I was eating, like say a bologna sandwich or a sandwich, I would always give her a piece of that sandwich. So I kind of made her fat, but I would feel guilty eating because she would be sitting there watching me and she'd have her two paws right up on under her chin and she'd be looking at me with these sad eyes like, don't I get a don't I get something? Hey Jojo, I do that too. I comfort my dog. Luckily I'm home more yeah. And I was home with her a lot. And here's the thing, this animal, this dog, this baby of mine, I could take a walk. Could walk her without a leash. She never ran away. I could let her outside to do her business. She never tried to run away. One time, I don't remember what she was chasing after. One time she got out, she got away from us. And yeah, she ended up at the pound but luckily she had a chip. She had a chip in her, you know how they give you they put a chip in. So they found where she was and contacted us. Plus, we had her address on her collar to make sure that, if something ever did happen, they would know where to, take her. So there was that. But I love, it was, it's been a process for me to try and let another animal into my life because of how hard it was to lose her. Honestly, I can't even talk about it. I still have a hard time talking about her. Like still to this day. Like it's crazy. I know it's crazy and you guys probably think I'm crazy, but I still have a hard time. I feel like if I get another animal, I'm like somehow betraying her, if that makes any sense. Like it's like I know I'm ready for one. I don't think honestly my husband is taking this whole he says we can get a cat and a dog, but he won't even talk about Katie. He will not even talk about her. And I think he took it harder than what he cares to admit. Some guys just are like that. He loves unconditionally, depending on who's eating what he wants. That's where his loyalty goes. Exactly. Not Katie. Katie was almost, she was mine. Although my husband is the one that picked her because I wanted a Jack Russell. There was a Jack Russell and there was her. And she cowered in the corner. And my husband looked at her and he said, no, she's the one that needs a family. And so she's the one we picked. And she had already had a list. Listen, she had already had a litter of puppies. Um, they estimated her at like about 2 years old when we got her. So she wasn't a puppy. She was so cute, but she was cute. But she never barked. That's the thing. We were so worried that she had had her vocal cords tampered with because she wouldn't bark. And then one day, my husband's at work, and I can't remember what it was. Someone came to the door and she barked. And I called him at work and I'm like, oh my God, you're not going to believe this. And he goes, what? I said, she barked. He goes, you're kidding me. I said, no, she actually barked. But she wasn't a barky dog or a yappy dog, or she would not. She was like my mother-in-law didn't like to be around dogs too much because she was older, she's always scared of getting knocked over or whatever. My dog was more like a cat than a dog. She would lay by her side. She loved Katie. She really did. And she was a cat person. Her cat didn't like Katie much, but her cat was a bitch. Oh my God, that cat was bad. That cat would come up to you and want you to pet her, and she would like nuzzle up to you. And then so you'd think, oh, she's going to be friendly, she's going to want you to pet her. I would go to pet her and she'd bite me. Oh God, she was a bitch. Like, I don't think that cat ever warmed up to me. Ever. God, I remember the first 3 days I had Paco. He was so sweet and quiet, and then his true self came out. He tricked me. And now you don't know what you do without him. That's the thing, is you get attached to them. But yeah, so that my mother-in-law's cat. Everybody hated that cat. Everybody. But she spent thousands of dollars on that cat when that cat got sick. Thousands of dollars. Let me tell you, I'm saying she spent money. She spent money on that cat. And and honestly, that cat would trick you. She'd come up to you and she'd like nuzzle up to you like, she wanted to be petted. As soon as you would stick out your hand to pet her, she'd bite you. Oh, I can't even tell you how many times she bit me or scratched me. She was a bitch. I took him through the Starbucks drive-through to get him a puppuccino, and the poor lady at the register jumped and screamed because he scared her so bad. Poor thing. I have a good tip. Jojo says, "My doggy Apollo, we have growling, singing together. It's so funny. He nipped as a pup, but he's harmless." My mom always did say I would have children that grew up to be just like me. I guess that's sort of karma, huh? Karma. Um, and I've always grown up with pets. Like my dad raised Dobermans, so I've always had a soft place in my heart for Dobermans. Um, and they also had, when my parents got older, they had a Chihuahua, and that Chihuahua, oh God, she was a good. The only thing about that Chihuahua was she would nip at you. She really was. I was always scared to pet her because she would, when you least expected it, she would nip at you. And she slept in. Do you remember those pop-up hampers? That had a lid on them. That was her bed. My parents would open that lid up, and she would go in there, and that's where she would sleep at night. And then when she got up in the morning, you'd see the lid pop up because she was jumping up to get out. She was so funny. Her name was Skippy. Skippy. Yeah, he nips at me too when he's pissy with me. Yeah, well, sometimes she'd be okay, but if you came too close, my dad would hold her, and you came too close to my dad, she'd be like, how they show their teeth, or that's what she would do. She did not want anybody near my dad when my dad was holding her. He was the only one that could hold her. And she bit him too. Like she didn't discriminate. She bit us all. At one or more points in our lives, we got bit. But that was their baby. And it was funny because my dad went from raising Dobermans to having a Chihuahua. Now, wrap your head around that one. But she was part of the family. I think what happened with her was friends of the family had to get rid of that, had to find a home for her. So they took her, and they loved her. She had a good life. But I didn't spank or discipline him for trying to bite my monster. He gave kisses for that. Maybe you should get a pet snake and ask your monster-in-law to take care of it, like a anaconda or something. Oh, I hate snakes. I'm sorry. I know people have snakes. I know people like snakes, but I am not a snake lover. I'm sorry, not sorry. Don't like snakes, don't like spiders. Not crazy about lizards either, so there's that. Um, but I didn't, yeah. That's funny. You guys are cracking me up. My Apollo is 90% Jack Russell, 10% staff, most friendliest, but he can sure chase wild rabbits and cats. He woofs in his. Oh, I'm like, is that not cute when they woof and when they have a nightmare and they're going woof, woof. I used to worry about Katie when she did that. Yeah, I don't like snakes. I'm not a snake person. I'm just not. I'm scared of them. I saw this picture, and it's a picture of this apartment building, and it shows this big snake coming up through the toilet. I'm like, ugh. Every time I go to the bathroom, I always check. That would be my worst nightmare. So when Jen and I got married this year, should I tell her mom on her birthday, Mother's Day, or save it for her? Um, Mother's Day. I think Mother's Day is appropriate. Pop in England, we have grass snakes, adders, really harmless, but yikes. I actually, you guys can, this is my snake story. I actually went and our freezer is in the basement. And I went down to the basement one day and there's a door to where my freezer is. And we have a stand-up freezer in our basement. There's a door to where my freezer is. I opened the door and then I step right on a snake. Oh my God. I swear to God, I screamed for 45 minutes straight. I screamed. The thing coiled itself around my leg and bit my toe. So I'm like, I don't know nothing about snakes. So I'm calling my husband at work saying, I got bit by a snake. What if I die? What if it's poisonous? He's like, calm down. So he comes home. He goes, well, by the time he got home, it took him like half an hour. He goes, if it was poisonous, it would have swole up or something would have happened by now. And and so, oh my God, but we never did find that snake, to be honest with you. Come to think of it, we never did find that snake. But it wasn't a rat, it wasn't a poisonous snake. It was probably just a grass snake. Well, they built condominiums across the street. And when they built those condos across the street, I think when they dug up the basement, hey, LaDonna, um, I think when they built it up across the street, they dug, for the basements and stuff, and it kind of scared off the wildlife over there. So we have snakes that, creep into our garage, and we have turkeys in our backyard, turkeys and deer. So we have a lot of wildlife in our backyard. We're right next to the woods, so there's that. But yeah, no, snakes are not one of my favorite animals. I couldn't feed. See, I myself, I'm talking for myself now, and don't get mad at me because I know this is like a sore spot for some people, but I could not feed the snake a live animal. I just couldn't do it. I know it's Mother Nature and it happens in nature, but I couldn't do it. There's actually a video on YouTube, and Misdemeanor does not believe me, but I swear I could. I well, if I was mean, I'd post the link. But it's a woman that was actually eaten by a snake, and I think it was either in Cambodia and they show the guys opening up the snake and they show her body inside the snake. Oh God, it's gross. If you knew how evil this woman was, you you wouldn't blame me. Oh, we kind of know tacos because you kind of tell us. So we kind of know how she is. She's kind of a bitch. Can I rent that snake who ate the woman? No, because they cut it open. Yeah, she cut, and it's on YouTube. I can't believe they left that video on YouTube. It's really gross. And Misdemeanor says to me, that can't be real, but it is real. If you watch that video, you will know that's real. It's like horrible. Tacos, you're a strong girl. You'll know what to do. Oh, I can imagine, Pink. I lurk a good bit, so I have heard. I don't even, guys, here's the thing. I don't even lurk anymore. It does me no good. So kind of when I go off here, I'm kind of done. But, that's just me. I guess Nanya has left me. But I think I'm going to close down, guys, because I'm really, really, really tired because I only got like an hour and a half sleep. I have a headache. I'm worried about Misdemeanor. She's going to the hospital. Hopefully she's out by now. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you all. It'll be a normal live tomorrow. Trust me, I am so tired right now. It's not even funny. But I love you all for coming in. Thank you to my moderators for, keeping the chat the way it is. And thank you for listening to the comment that I read this morning and not making fun of me for being a big ball baby. But I love you all for being in here. Love the moderators. I love the people that come in here. I love you so much. You don't even know how much I appreciate you all. So with that, I'm going to close down and bid you all a wonderful day. Tacos, please do not kill your mother-in-law uh, or drive someone off the road. Um, and just take care of yourself. Try and be kind. I mean, it's so much easier to be kind to people than it is to be mean. So I love you guys. So I'm going to close down with that, and you guys have a wonderful day.